Hey Justin, welcome. I don't know if you guys noticed, I actually got, I'm using my neighbor's camera. She bought one of those imitation GoPros, and, you know, with the underwater housing and everything. And she's letting me kind of tinker with it. It's the same one I wanted to get that I saw for $38.99. And, I mean, it works real nice. The picture's crystal clear. It's got a hell of a zoom on it. But I figured I'd toy with it a bit. I mean, it's a world of difference when I did side by side. Because, I mean, when I put it side by side next to the webcam on this computer, oh my God, what a difference. Hey, Ocean, Sarah, Egg, Cybertron, Sweden, Eyes, Egg. Yeah, this is the housing it came with, though. You know, there's underwater housing with a wrist strap in it, and it's waterproof up to like 100 feet, and it's got a couple different mounts with it and all that. She knew I wanted one, so she figured she'd let me toy with it for now, and because she's not going scuba diving yet. She likes to go scuba diving down in the Finger Lakes. That water down there is crystal clear, and there's a lot of life in them. She's like an amateur biologist. She likes to film the wildlife. Well, it is the middle of the day. I guess I'm not surprised not many showed up. Oh, so you're leaving already to stare it down? Hi, Michael Madsen. Welcome. Never been to Utah, but I wrote software remotely for a company in Moab, Utah. Oh, James Freeman's live. Great. That would explain it. See, that doesn't look too bad. Pretty clear. Hello, News Now America. The user count just bombed because Freeman went live. I went live because nobody was live. I said, let me go live now because no one's live. And then Freeman goes live. Every time. Never fails. Somebody always goes live. It's like a curse, man, I swear. Every time I go live, either Black Label goes live, Freeman goes live, who else? SSC Prez goes live, Johnny 5-0 goes live. I can't win. What's the title of Freeman's live stream? Yeah, I know, Eggs, but I just went live because nobody else was live. Oh, yeah, unblocking hundreds of users. Damn, 2 people in here. Look at that. 2 people. Yeah, now I see Michael went over there.
A couple of moderators that we know personally, also people that we are in personal contact with. And so moderators beware, the trolls are coming back out. The ones who are really trolls, you know, we're gonna have to lock them back up. But yeah, we're setting almost everybody free. There are some that I know for a fact were supposed to be in there anyways. We also made some changes, so there's certain things that people can't type into the chat. One of the biggest things we were worried about is people giving out personal home addresses and phone numbers. Whether nobody's even ever given out ours yet, but anybody who comes in here and puts a personal address or a phone number in here for another activist, it doesn't matter if I like them or not. Yeah, doxing. I don't even care if I don't like them. We're not going to do that in here. So anyways, yeah, that's about it, guys. Setting all the trolls free. Moderators beware. Here they come.
What is... Oh, Brian Moore. That's a great address.
Wow, thanks, Brian Moore. So we're still working on it now, right?
Yeah, I got to charge my laptop.
Okay, so we're still working on it now. So there are literally still hundreds of you blocked. There are still...
I love like 15.
We're working on it, and we'll get it done. We'll probably have it done before the end of the day. And so if you're sitting here watching this and going, I still can't type, but I never did anything wrong, we'll get it. All right, guys, we'll get it undone.
I think I saw Patrick on there too.
All of the fake accounts, like the fake Johnny50 accounts, all the fake News Now Patrick accounts, those will still be blocked, and people that we know for a fact have been doxing people will stay blocked. But we're talking about like 20 people, probably max, that will stay blocked out of hundreds.
And not all of them, Edge.
He is nice to cops that are nice. Yeah. They are not nice. He's not nice. Just so you know.
Alright, guys. Have a good Monday. I'm getting ready to go file paperwork and motions to dismiss in court. And of course, I'll be recording it. It's probably something that I won't be uploading for a couple of months, but still doing work. So we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next time. And I promise by the end of the day, we're gonna get everybody taken care of and unblocked.
Sorry, Joshua Haynes.
What, Joshua Haynes?
He's probably got his work cut out for him to be sorry.
Yeah, and he does awesome work too. I mean, he gives you guys, anybody who he blocks, he gives them chance and chance and chance again. And once you've been an idiot so many times. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Thanks.
Well, he was just announcing that he was clearing out his block list. I just did the same thing. There was something on the order of like 50 people that were blocked in here. What's up, Max? Hey, I caramba, Mike Jones who? Steve, welcome, RG Man. Yeah, I went through and unblocked almost the whole list. Hey, Prez. How you doing? How's everything down there? My neighbor's letting me use her camera she got, so it's a lot clearer than the other one I was using. She bought one of those imitation GoPros for underwater footage. It's a hell of a lot clearer than the other one I was using. And the other one I was using, like right now, the whole screen would be hazy, like it was super humid or something. No, Will. Man, I'm so close to 500. I was told that YouTube gives you access to more things at 500. Hey, Tiffany. You guys should check out the new, Postal Snowflake compilations I released. If you haven't already, I released one yesterday and one today. Some funny shit, man. No, there was none. Not yet. Sorry. No! There's one in particular. There was a guy I found. I actually came across it by accident. But the guy was funny as hell. Let's see if I can pull it up. And of course I spelled Nasty Nathaniel's name wrong. Yeah, this guy, this next guy, not News Now Philly, but the next guy, I never heard of him before. I came across it by accident. Might help if I click the right button.
Get out. Oh, Cam back. Cam back. What's your first name?
Everybody else take his picture.
What was your first name?
Nope, actually I'm on a public sidewalk.
I am going to have you trespass. The Minneapolis PD is going to come and trespass.
Okay, call him.
You cannot sit here and take
Sure
pictures
can.
of... No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Let's see this paper that's supposed
No,
to...
I already showed him a paper.
All right, sir. I need some identification.
No, you ain't
I'm
nobody.
law enforcement?
I don't care who you are. I don't have the ID. I didn't break a law.
You are. You're
No,
going to
I'm
jail.
not. I'm on a public sidewalk.
You're going to jail right now.
Okay.
All right, come on. Come with me.
I'm not going with you.
Come with me.
No.
I'm a federal law enforcement agent.
I don't
If
care who you are.
You
I
don't?
didn't break the law.
You didn't.
I didn't.
I'm saying you're trespassing.
I'm saying I'm
you're
not.
Interfering.
Not interfering with anybody.
You
I'm
can go in
on
our
a public
lobby.
sidewalk.
You can go in our lobby.
I sure can.
Then let's go.
No, I'm not going anywhere.
You can't be here.
I most definitely
doing
can.
this.
Do you see that right
why
there?
are you doing this?
First of all, you're yelling at me, and I don't want to talk to you.
You raised your voice to me.
So you need to walk away from me.
What does that say? Restricted area.
Right, and I'm not beyond that point.
Why are
I
you?
am allowed to video anything I can see from public. It's called the First Amendment.
You are.
You
not.
don't like it?
Now,
Too bad.
Now look at who's raising their
Yeah,
voice.
because you're being that way.
Did I raise my voice like that?
Yes, you did.
Let's go.
I'm not going anywhere with
Let's
you.
go.
No.
All right.
Call the police.
Okay.
Call FPS. And they can set you straight.
I am going back, and I'm going to get my handcuffs.
Go ahead. I hope you do. And I hope you arrest me, and I will sue the shit out of the government. For false arrest? Go ahead.
That's not a false
Go ahead.
arrest.
This is a public sidewalk. This is owned by the city.
I agree.
Good, and I am on a
that
public.
part is
I
not.
can film anything I can see from public.
No, you
Dude, are you out of your mind? Here,
am not
I'm going
out
to
of
give you this, okay?
me
Because
see.
you're
I'd
an
like to see
asshole, okay? That's why I'm
I
going
don't
to give
think
it
I'm
to
an
you.
asshole. I think
I'm
you
going to
are.
hold it because you're going to take it and run.
I'm going to run. I will not run with it.
Okay,
If I run
okay,
with
read
it.
it.
You know, whatever.
Read it.
Just let me listen. Let me look.
I mean, God, man, you could have came out here and shook my hand and say, hey, sir, can I help you?
because you've been getting everybody else hard.
Because everybody else is coming out here like you.
And $112 for the year.
Yeah, if you guys haven't watched that, man, I tried to find the funniest ones I could. to put in there. The amazing thing is just how many there are. I mean, I started making the first one yesterday, and it got to, hey, Big Nick, it got to like 27 minutes long. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll have to make another one. So I made the second one, and there's still a bunch more I downloaded. So I was like, holy crap. Steve, no, I've been arrested many times, just not for that. My audio, well, the videos are going, it's piping directly through the system, where me, it's the mic picking me up. It's the built-in mic in the laptop. When I play videos, it literally pipes straight from the video through to you. So it doesn't come through me at all. It's going straight through YouTube. Well, hey, latest to a drop, Steve. That's good. We got a lot of our guys that are fighting bullshit charges, and it's costing them a ton of money. Yeah, I know, the mic gain is turned all the way up. It's just a cheap microphone built into the laptop for now, until I can get my hands on a real mic. Samuel, I don't know. I tried to find the whole video, and it pretty much ends shortly after that. So, everything that I found, every copy of it, it ended when he was still out on the sidewalk and the guy walked away. That's literally every one I could find. And I found quite a few copies of it. I had never heard of that guy before, though. The Open Dialogue Initiative. So I've been checking out his channel today, you know. But then I just decided, hey, I haven't gone live in a couple of days, so might as well do it. And I'm fooling around with my neighbors, you know, with that. So, Steve, probably. I mean, I think the laptop takes the standard mic jack. But I know it takes USB. I mean, obviously, I got like 10 things plugged into USB here. But, I mean, most laptops have a, you know, your standard mic port. But, yeah, I mean, I've been trying to put these things together for you guys to enjoy. You know, I really like the, just the funny ones, you know. Sometimes you need a laugh. A gamer headset. Well, yeah, toss me an email. We'll talk. I'll write my email out in the channel here. Well, thank you, Samuel. I tried, and it takes a long time to make those videos. You guys don't know, I mean, you know, you may know, I don't know. But, I mean, it takes a long time to make one of those videos. Because I had to find all the clips, then I got to download them all, then I got to cut them all up, splice it all together, put captioning in, all these things, plus try to think up, you know, I mean, you got to find the funny clips, you know, you don't want to just stick any old person in there. And then, you know, once all that's done, and I come up with it, an intro for the video. I try to make new intros, you know, just to have fun with it. So I come up with, you know, I do green screening work and stuff with that. And then rendering the whole video takes almost an hour to render a 25-minute video. So, I mean, it's a long process to build one of those. Then it takes 45 minutes to upload it. And that's with a 10 megabit upstream. I tried to make an audit bloopers video, America. But, there really isn't many to speak of, because most auditors cut that out of their own videos. Stevie, it's... right there. Y-mail, huh? Never heard of Y-mail. Yeah, I've got several videos in the works. I mean, you know, there was the one I did with Mexican Padilla. He came up with that idea, making up the cops cursing people out. You know, because so many people ask him, why does he curse cops out? So, you know, I made the one of cops cursing people out. I'm going to be making volume 2 of that. Then there's the Proof of Tyranny. I'm working on volume 2 of that. Big Nick, no, honestly, I haven't gotten near it. There's so much content for those postal ones. There's so many. But I mean, I think I got something else in mind for you, Big Nick. I really do. Because you're a character, you know, you draw people in, people love watching you, so I think I'm going to do something a little different with you. So, yeah, I mean, at any rate, yeah, so, I mean, I don't know what you guys think of this camera. I mean, you know, those of you that are used to coming to my stream, you know, what do you think of this camera versus the other hazy one I was using all the time? Oh, I know, Canuck, man. I mean, I started a Big Nick video and I can't pause it. I gotta let it finish. You know, that's what I try to do with my videos. I try to enthrall people with the video, you know, so they don't want to stop watching it until it's done. Big Nick, what kind of music do you listen to? You know what, you need to email me. I emailed you, so you know my email address. I need to know things you like to do, and the music you like to listen to. But, like, by things you like and, you know, something like that, I don't mean, I like to sit on my couch. What I mean is, like, is there certain things that interest you? Is it skulls? Is it moons? Is it, you know, mountains? Things like that. CC, you can, but you can't get nearly as detailed with them. Like, if you watch my older videos versus these, you'll see a big difference in transitions. Like, these I made on my laptop, and the transitions are a lot smoother from video to video. On the phone, it would add pops and stutters and stuff in the transitions. You know, I mean, I did the best I could with what I had, but the laptop version is definitely far more powerful. I mean, Power Director for the PC is insane. The functions it offers, the things you can do with it is just nuts. It took me a long time just to get used to it. I got it, Steve. But yeah, you can make compilation videos and things like that on an Android with the Power Director for phone. I recommend registering it. It's $8 every 3 months. But yeah, you can do green screen work on a phone, but you need to have a powerful phone. And even then, it's still not going to be quite as good as on a laptop. Is Mexican Padilla still in here? He stopped in for 2 seconds. Damn, the phone or the fan in this little laptop table is noisy. I could see it actually registering on the mic. It's got a built-in 120mm fan in this little laptop table I got. And it helps keep the laptop cool, especially when I'm rendering videos. Steve, you know what? I was on the other side for a long time. I was anti-auditing, you know, leaving nasty comments. You know, a big thing about that, though, was I would leave a lot of... When I first started watching these, you know, I was already into that kind of stuff, but I was not into it. And I left a lot of questions in these guys' videos, and a lot of them never responded. And I would get a lot of stupid name calling and stuff, you know, instead of actual replies. And so I got bitter, you know, and I was anti-auditing for quite a while. I would leave nasty comments and things like that. And then I finally got to start talking to auditors and, you know, learning about them, learning about their process, things like that. And finally, here I am. You know, now I do everything I can to support it. Now that I know, you know, now that I was educated on it. Yeah. I mean, you know, I led a very colorful life, we'll say. We'll just, you know, we'll call it that. And I got into trouble a lot. And, you know, was in jail a lot. You know, and some of it I didn't deserve. It was things I did not do. But I was completely, sorry, I'm making a cigarette. I was treated like crap. So, yeah, it leaves a stain in you. It really does. Excuse me. Yep. You're right, Icaramba. But, you know, I had a lot of bad experiences and stuff, so that's what kind of started me into this a long time ago. But I still, you know, we all know, like, any true auditors and that, they know. There really are good cops out there. It's just, our point is to bring attention to the bad. Because so many people are really thick-headed. They think that all cops are great. And that they should do everything a cop says. Our purpose is to teach them, you know, to help them see that not all cops are good. And this is what you can experience just by something as simple as filming. You know, just as simple as filming, you get arrested. Joe Citizen, yeah. You know, one of the first ones I ever saw in this particular aspect of the movement was Southside Slacker. I mean, talk about influential. Holy crap. Will, do you see me complaining, Will? Have I said anything to you? Just do what you do, man. I'm talking to Tay, and that's good, man. I got no issues with it, man. I'm good. Yeah, I need to sub to Steve as well. I don't know. I can't do it while I'm... Actually, I can. Duh. I got the other freaking browser going. Well, I am number 84, Steve. How did you get that promo on your channel? Where did you add that? I want to make a promo video like you have here. I want to add that to my channel. Oh, see, I was a software engineer for many years. Now I can make videos. I taught myself how to make videos, green screening and all that, you know. I need to get a 3D maker software where I can actually make and give life to 3D objects. As far as videos, I've been able to do pretty much everything. Hey, Toxic. Well, that's great, Steve. We'll talk about it. I mean, how did you get the promo, though? How did you do that with the promo? So, like, as soon as I went to your channel, it started playing a promo video. I didn't see an option for that. I really need to know what software to get as far as making 3D objects and giving life to them. Like, say I wanted to make a brick, just for example, that falls from the sky and smashes on the ground. I want to learn how to do that. I can make 3D objects in, like, you know, Paint 3D, and there's another 3D app that comes with Windows 10. But, Blender? Okay, I'll have to look that up. There you go. So you say go to settings, and it's in there. So I'll have to look at that. I'll make a... Like, look at this, Steve. Excuse me, guys. I want to show Steve this screen. But, like, I made this, but it was using a pre-existing dragon. You know, I want to be able to make, like, my own dragon from scratch and give it life. So... But you can see, you know, I mean, I've gotten pretty good with green screen work and, you know, dealing with a lot of the chroma key values and making it perfect so that it doesn't blur at all. But next I want to get into making my own 3D objects. So you said Bender. Let me write that down. Now with Bender, can you do wireframing? You know, doing pinpoint wireframing, associating it with a 3D object? Nice. I just started doing video work. I really did. I mean, when I started my channel, I had no clue how to make a video. Now, I mean, I literally didn't even know how to make a video. I, like, pushed the video button on my cell phone, and I figured that made a video. I had no clue. I downloaded Power Director and just started fiddling with it. You know, now I got the PC version, and it's got a million things you can do with it. And I've been learning all that. I mean, I was always behind the scenes writing software. And now I use this OBS. I was going to make my own OBS, and then I started using Streamlabs at the recommendation of Black Label because it's what he uses. And I like it. One, it's a bitch to get set up, but once you got it set up, it's great. Yeah, well, I tried several OBSs, but Streamlabs OBS is the one I like the most. The only thing I don't like is it's got 2 bugs in it. It's got that channel counter, that user counter you see on the screen there. It randomly stops working, and the chat appearing on the screen, when I put the widget on the screen, it randomly stops working. So I've sent them bug reports about it, so hopefully they can figure it out. I was going to go into the source code myself, but I don't have a compiler anymore. I mean, I got burned out on computers. I didn't use them for quite a while. I was just so fried with them. And then my subscribers got me this computer so I could do more in-depth computer video work. So now I'm starting to get back into it again. And without my subscribers, I'd still be making all my videos on a phone. Like, if you look up the Auditor All-Stars video, the first one I made that was about Almost Park, I made that on my phone. Part 1, actually I made all 3 of them on my phone. Part 1, 2, and 3. I'm pretty impressed with the quality of this little imitation GoPro, though. I mean, compared to the built-in webcam, man, it's 1,000 times better. I believe this one is 14 megapixel. Yeah, you're right there, Tiffany. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Hopefully I'll get one myself someday. You know, like I said, she's letting me use it for now, so... I mean, what the hell? I figured it's better than the webcam. Only thing I don't like is it's stuck at a square setting. Or, you know, this resolution. It won't let me do panoramic resolutions. I don't know why, but it won't. Yeah, well, it could have just been people making up lies. Wow, Steve got quiet. I would love to be able to do that 3D stuff, though, man. I would be glued to this computer until I mastered it. Well, just picture me in a bikini and all will be grand. Sorry, didn't mean to scare people away with that one. No, it's just alright, Steve. I forgot you were at work. Yeah, I know. I am kidding, Tay. Me in a bikini is a scary thought. Hell, me without a shirt is a scary thought. Wow, ay caramba, thanks. Gee, just a mental image of it made him blind. I know, Will, I know, but just try to put it out of your mind for now. You know, I'll fire off messages, see what I can find out. Steve, if you don't mind my asking, do you do like video work for your? I know you said you do some type of video or audio engineering, stuff like that. Do you do like 3D model work for your career? Yeah, you don't even know how much I weigh, and you say you got me by 100 pounds. Ah. Senior graphic artist. Oh, that's cool. I used to be one of the senior embedded software engineering managers at Xerox. Hey, Sketchy. Oh man, that's cool. I could never do commentary. Could never do it. I'd have been something like, you know, Rocky punches him in the fucking nuts. I could never do it. Yeah, dude, Steve, if you've ever used, like, I used to work for Fuji Photo Film, which is ironic because where I live, Kodak owns half the city, but where I used to, if you ever used them photo kiosks in Walmart and Walgreens and Target and that, most of that software I wrote. Or if you ever used the touchscreens on those big Xerox printers you see at Office Max, things like Staples, that whole touchscreen interface, me and my team made that whole setup, all the software from scratch. So, and I used to work for a security company, and I worked on facial recognition algorithms, and, you know, CCTV systems, stuff like that. Did you know that, you know Furry Potato, her significant other, Mrs. Potato, she's a graphic artist, like a master. She did, like, she was one of the senior animators for a lot of movies with Disney and Pixar, things like that. That she made that Furry Potatoes intro where the hamster drops down. So, you know, like, you know, the movie, I didn't even know this, but the movie All Dogs Go to Heaven, she was a senior animator on that. And my kids love that. The All Dogs Go to Heaven movies. I think there's like 4 of them. So yeah, Mrs. Potatoes, she's very good. She's a master. She made that whole, you know, the thing They did it with Black Label, that furry M whatever thing, you know, for holding the camera, the gimbal or whatever it's called. Mrs. Potato made that whole animation herself. And that to her is like, that's like doing something goofing around animation, and look how good that came out. Me, I had a hard time trying to make James Freeman go Super Saiyan. Well, I'm glad you did enter the... I like you. No, it's a hamster. Hamsters are also called furry potatoes. That's where she got the name from. I had actually heard that before. That's why I thought it was funny when I first started talking to her online. Actually, the first thing I ever said to furry was back when I was still anti-auditing. I had made a rather rude comment on one of her videos, and she got really pissed. And it took me a while to earn her friendship. You know, now, you know, she was my first interview video, you know, and her and I are friends. Ay caramba, it says furry potato, and then there's a pause, and it says you're dismissed, bitch. America, wow. I didn't know that, man. No offense, but I can't, I've been in county a lot, so I can't stand sheriff deputies. Oh wait, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go get the mail. I'll do it, Steve. Yeah, I'll be right back. I just gotta check the mail. Sorry about that, guys. Nothing good in the mail. I was waiting for a couple letters from doctors. Let's see, what did I miss? Hey, Bullet, what's up, man? But yeah, Steve, I wouldn't mind. We'll work it out. You know, you got my email now, so just send me an email. We'll discuss when, you know, when you want to do that. Sorry, Bullet, I was getting the mail. So, man, that's going to annoy the piss out of me. The fan is making a loud noise. Bullet, SpongeBob, and I are going to be going out soon. Yeah, and Bullet, I got to get one of them gimbals. You know, them, what you call it? The camera stabilizers. See, Thursday will be what? The 24th? I'm not sure. I gotta call my PO on the 24th, but other than that, I don't think I have anything planned. America, what do you mean? I had a live call-in line. The number is right there on your screen, but oh, somebody subbed to me. I'm up to 485. 15 more and whatever. It's, you know, somebody keeps telling me I get more options available when you hit 500. YouTube gives you more options for your channel. I don't know how true that is, but I know when I hit 100 and then 300, I got more options. Yeah, I don't know, but just more options. I mean, there's a lot of options already that you can do for your channel. Boomer! No, Bullet, I think there are more things that get unlocked at 500. I don't care about Super Chats. I don't want Super Chats. YouTube keeps 30% of them, so... What's up, Josh? The Super Chats are only cool if, like, you're getting 50 donations at $100 each. Then okay. Then it's kind of cool. But YouTube still keeps 30% of it. Yeah, Bullet, once PNP featured your channel, man, your sub count went up quick. Between that and your popping your cherry video, that was 3 police. If you guys haven't seen it yet, go watch Bullet SpongeBob's channel. I mean, he's got his very first audit he did. He had 3 different police jurisdictions or districts, whatever you want to call it. You know, he had the sheriff, the locals, and the state troopers there. Boomer, thank you. Yeah, I tried to find the funniest ones I could for both Volume 1 and Volume 2. I already got some content towards Volume 3. There's so many damn snowflakes out there. Yeah, CT. I'm telling you, man, when I started searching for the content for those videos, I couldn't believe how much I came across. But I try to keep the videos under 30 minutes, you know. You tend to lose people's attention after 30 minutes. Most people don't watch videos more than 30 minutes. Most prefer under 10 minutes. But at that rate, I would have 15 volumes. Squirtle. Yep, that's exactly it, 007. watching the video and squirrel. Hey, Ocean. Or it's either that or, ooh, shiny object. Ooh. There used to be a saying you had to hide all shiny objects from software engineers because we had to be focused on our work and any shiny objects would take our attention away. But people took it as far as to actually hide all shiny objects. I mean, it's like gambling or so. You know how they say they don't really put clocks in casinos and things like that? It was like that with the software engineering. And you'd be in there writing code and you blink and like your bladder's going to explode and it's 8 hours later. You just get so engrossed in it. I mean, video work is like that too. The ones I figured out how to do green screening and that, oh man, I was like searching the internet, trying to find every green screen clip I could, trying to figure out ways to integrate it into videos, just for the fun of it. The hard part about it, everybody thinks it's easy to do a green screen. The hard part is when you don't have a hard edge on an object, you have to tweak the values constantly just to make sure you get a proper blend. Like the skeletons I did. You know, when you watch the beginning of those two videos, the snowflake videos, the skull and the skeletons, man, it wasn't easy. It's just dropping that in. I had to tweak those values a lot just to get it right. Otherwise, you'd be seeing, you know, green outlines around them and things like that, and it wouldn't look right. What's up, Flo Rider? Did you watch Volume 2, man? I know you said you liked Volume 1. Flood of flow. So, you know, you don't have a real coffee cup unless you can hide behind it. Then it's a real coffee cup. Thanks, Flo. Alright, Bullet, well, let's plan for Thursday then for right now. I mean, I can go either way. It's just that if my, PO, if something happened and they don't cancel my probation yet, I just have to ID if they ask me if I'm probation and parole. But I don't care about having to ID or not. What I care about is that there's interaction in the first place. If I'm fully legal, there should be no interaction at all. It should be completely smooth sailing. That's not true, SpongeBob. I've been arraigned on Saturdays and Sundays. So, it may be true in some other small towns, but it's definitely not true in Rochester. But like I said, what I care about is that there's interaction to begin with, not having to ID. All the cops know who I am anyways. Well, dude, I've been arrested in Wayne County too, man. But, we all know. If we're legal, there should be no interaction to begin with. So, that's what I care about. Educating these people to learn that they should leave people alone in the first place. You know, there's just no excuse for it. Like, you watch these videos, these snowflake videos, these people go full-on rampage, man. over a camera. Now, I can understand if the guy with the camera is an asshole and, you know, screaming at them or whatever. But, you know, for people that are just there with the camera doing nothing wrong, that's ridiculous. Oh, you're another Texan, huh, Steve? Oh, you're in Crowley? Oh, man. Oh, man, dude. I'm so sorry. Crowley is bad. Holy cow. I mean, I've watched every... Ethics Instead, Bow, Freeman, all of them. I've watched all of their interactions with Crowley officials. Oh, my God. That place is bad. Are you going to be at the Crowley rally on the 28th? It's essentially the people are fed up rally. It is off? What happened, Bullet? I didn't hear about that. Oh, huh. Well, I'll have to ask him then. I did not know that it was canceled. Something bigger is up? What's bigger? What's going on? What did I miss? Tay, I'm pretty sure that's a typo. Oh, great. I hate that suspense, you know. Like, I want to know. I got no patience. See? That damn counter is broken again. It randomly works and stops working. It's like there's 23 people in here, but that says 29. Alright, Bullet, I'll have to check it out. I didn't, I can find it. That's not an issue. I just didn't know that happened. Young Barkley, welcome. It's a name I have not seen before. Welcome to the channel. For anybody new to the channel, this is a laid back, enjoy yourself channel. Talk about your channel. Talk about your videos. Spam your channel, whatever you want. You know, just no racism, no bigotry, that kind of stuff. So, other than that, enjoy yourself and talk about your channel and whatever. Gotta wash your eggs, huh? Collected from the hen house today? I used to do that at my grandma's house when I was a kid. Every day the hens would lay eggs. And you gotta wash them, man. They get chicken poop on them. Yeah, Bullet, I'll find it. No big deal. I just didn't know that it was posted to begin with. Well, mine does, Steve. Well, good, Young Barkley. You know what? I'm a supporter as well, but I'm like... The only reason I haven't been out there is because I've been on probation. So, but I'll be out there doing whatever I can do. $400 more, yeah. I did a search earlier on YouTube, and I did a search for my name. And as far as I could tell now, I come up in the top 5 Brian Kings on YouTube. There's like 5,000 Brian Kings, but most of them only have like 2 or 3 or 4 subs. They don't do a whole lot. They don't really add content. And Taylin is the highest subscriber count, exact name Taylin, that I could find on YouTube. Josh is using reverse psychology. I didn't even realize I have 96 videos on my channel. And most of them I made. I'm alright, Spitshine. How you doing? How's things across the pond? Reason for your name change. Well, what was your name before, CT? Yeah, it didn't dawn on me until after I'd already started really working on my channel that I should have changed the name of it. You know, because Brian King is so common. But then I said to myself, well, then why don't I make it a goal of mine to be the first Brian King that shows up on YouTube? Oh, you're Copper Top. Well, that explains it. I did not know you were Copper Top. Bullet. Yeah, I was always a YouTube lurker. I never really wanted to be a YouTuber. And then I got into this. I started my channel like, I don't know, maybe 7 weeks ago now. And I mean, I've been getting on YouTube since YouTube first came out. But now, 7 weeks in or whatever, I've been building my channel and just trying to add content and earn supporters and things like that. Yeah, Tay's not the type of person to do that, 007, ever. She doesn't even really do that jokingly. Tay's very humble. Oh, God, Bullet. Remind me never to do a full search for your videos, then. If I'm going to be meeting you in person, I damn sure don't want to come across a video of you stripping. Because then every time I see you in person, I'm going to be like, nope. Brian King. Oh, really, Spitshine? How the hell did it get denied? You're taking leather off? Most people want to see you in leather. You're taking the leather off. Shouldn't that be like 1,000 subs? Yeah, I know. Yeah, Bullet. I get it, but I've done furniture stripping, so in reality, I know that that's hard. Maybe if I switch screens and then come back, it'll fix that counter. Yep, it fixed it. Subject access request, but this is BS. So wait, they want you to ID in order to do the FOIA, and you denied IDing, so they won't grant you the FOIA? That's what you're saying? Huh. Well, I mean, I guess in a way that makes sense. I'm not saying I agree with it. I guess that makes sense. You know, you're asking for sensitive information. They at least want to know who you are. I don't agree with it. I'm just saying, it, you know, it does kind of make sense. I would hate for, you know, random people that don't ID themselves to be able to FOIA information on me, you know. Like they want to request footage from a day when they knew I was there. Because at least then if something happens to me, you know, they know where to look. Pink Camera Magic just left a comment. Oh, I'm trying to figure out which video she left it on. Oh, geez, I lost a subscriber. Down to 484. Huh. One of the trolls in here must have unsubscribed to me. Happens every day. Oh. Yeah, I know, Boomer, yeah. I had over 50 people blocked in here. Some of them are names I never even saw before. So, hey, Kentucky. I mean, hundreds of people in his channel, considering, you know, at times he's got over 1,000 people in there. You know, I get it. Having hundreds of people blocked. Oh, okay, Spitjon. Subject access request is for info held on you. It is not a FOIA. I don't hide people unless I absolutely have to. I mean, it's, you know, hiding people, that's pretty, it's frustrating being hidden in a channel. Because I was hidden in a couple channels on accident. And it's like every single message I typed in the channel would just disappear. And I didn't know why for a while. But, yeah, I don't hide people unless I absolutely have to. Like, they're just so outlandish, they don't stop, you know, then I finally do. See, this is going to go on all day. This is the freaking trolls will unsubscribe and resubscribe and unsubscribe and resubscribe. That sucks, though. Oh, well. Yeah, Boomer, like I said, you know, I don't do it unless it's absolutely necessary. Like, they constantly are doing racial comments or bigotry comments, things like that. Yeah, I know, Canuck. I had a couple people in here, like News Now Fort Worth. I never blocked him, and as far as I know, none of my mods ever blocked him. But he was buried. I don't know how, but he was buried in there. And I finally found it and deleted it. Yeah, I offered to mod for James Freeman if he needed the help, but he never answered me, so I guess not. He's got such a huge channel, you know. I mean, it's hard enough doing like Padilla stream and Black Label stream. Man, when you got 300, 400, 500 people or more talking in the channel, even with slow mode, it's still tough. I'm wearing a shirt, so I don't know if you can, no, you can't see it. It says, if I'm not happy, nobody's happy. It's okay, Steve. Yeah, my stream is slowly building. When I first started my live streams, I would only have 2 or 3 people in here. It'd be like me, Tay, and 1 or 2 other people. And now I usually average like 25 to 40 people. My very, very first live stream, it was only Tay. She was the only one that showed up. I don't even know if that live stream is still on my channel or not, but it was a live stream on my phone. I had to work up the courage to live stream. And then I finally did it, and only Tay showed up. Yeah, Boomer was one of the originals in here. Tay, Boomer, who else was there? Jeez. The Centurion Report was one of the first. But like I said, my very, very first live stream, it was only Tay. Tay's been my biggest supporter for a long time. I appreciate everything she does. She lets me rant, and, you know, she's a great person, very humble. Me and her talk for hours sometimes. Great person. Toxic used to come to every stream. Now I barely see her. Wait, did I miss something Steve said? Yeah, now Steve has invited me to stop by his stream. Copcam wants me to stop by his stream. Yeah, Flowrider, sometimes text-to-speech is hilarious. You could say, like, make me a bologna sandwich, and it'll put out, I want an ostrich cabbage, or something. Yeah, I'm a sub to you, Steve. Next time we need Boomer to live stream. I know she did one the other night, but it was like nothing but black. Oh, well. I hope all goes well, Boomer. You know, I gotta go on the 7th for, you know, the fun one, the colonoscopy. That's gonna be lots of fun. But I know I also got some kidney stone issues I gotta get taken care of. That's called a ureteroscopy. I'm sure you can imagine where they put the camera there. Not fun. I've had it 6 times before. It's horrible. But I'm worried about more issues than just kidney stones. Yeah, see, well, on a man, a ureteroscopy is worse than on a woman, because we have a thing called a prostate. So, yeah, it's horrible. Not, is it prostate? Whatever. You know what I mean. Yeah. No, Boomer, that's just how they test it. It's actually attached to the urinary tract. So... yeah, that's what we do here, Steve, man. We try to help everybody's channel grow. You know, we want everybody's channel to be as big as the more popular channels. You know, like, look at Tom Zebra's, S-Ecstasy Prez, and them. You know, their channels are huge. We try to help everybody reach that level over time, you know. The hard part is keeping people happy. You know, providing new content constantly to keep people interested. That's the hard part. You should do text-to-speech, Flowrider. Yeah, well, where you live, Steve, it's understandable, man. Okay, that's just in the realm of I don't want to know. What's up, Bob? How you doing? I haven't seen you in here in a long time. I'm well armed, well trained, and licensed. There you go, Steve. Well, see, I'm not a vet, but I've done the ladder. Since I started that in 88, 89. I also started writing software in 88. QBasic and DOS 2.0. Those are the days. I still miss the old text-based role-playing games. Damn, you trained in that almost as long as I've been alive. You're right there, Spitshine. I mean, them GoPros, you know, they're deadly to cops, man. dove near a nuclear-powered sub? I can only imagine how you did that. What, were you like a maintenance person or something? Damn, Sponge, you're only 5'4"? What's up, Joe? Welcome to the Trolls Are Trying to Make Me Mad channel. They're all unsubbing from me because I got so close to 500, they don't want me to hit it. Oh, that's cool, Kentucky. No, I just didn't know, Bud, SpongeBob. You didn't see that in your video. I mean, you know, the way you were holding your camera was like you were level height with most of the people, so... And, you know, if you go statistically, the average height of men... I was 5'10" before I had my spine surgery, so with shoes on I was like 5'11", because every shoes I've ever owned had like an inch or thereabout sole. And then after 6 months after my spine surgery, I was measured right before the surgery, and then 6 months later I was just over 5'9", so I lost about an inch from my spine surgery. Yeah, well, bald justice ain't, you know, his opinion ain't worth much, so. Flowrider wants to call into the show. That should be interesting. Flowrider's awesome, so that should be real interesting. If you want to call Flowrider, call. I mean, that's up to you. Oh, so you mean, blind. Well, that's what you threw me off, because you said bald, and there's the troll that uses bald justice, so. Ladybird, welcome. I'm going to draw up like a little birdie, so every time Ladybird comes in the channel, I could just say lady and then hold the picture up. Ah, Flowrider. Yeah, but see, Steve, that's what makes them more frightening, is the fact that they aren't brave and are scared. Because they pull that weapon out at the slightest little fear. And how many of them have accidentally pulled the trigger because they were shaking or something? I would rather deal with a brave cop than one that's afraid for his life. That's right, 007. Well, that was secret, and then Wendy sure hasn't learned the definition of secret. How are things over there in Scotland, Wendy? Where did it go? Damn it. I'm just dropping shit. You guys ever seen one of these? These are pretty cool. This is a telescopic adapter for your phone. It clips onto your phone, and it gives you up to like a 4x zoom on top of whatever zoom your camera can do. And you know, it just clips right over the camera, so you can clip it on either side. The heck is 45 ACP? Oh. No, I was always more of a Glock person. A Glock 45, yes. You know, but then again, Glocks were just, you know, hood rat guns. You didn't find revolvers where I lived. Don't get too excited, Flo. She'll whoop your ass. See, I don't know a lot about guns. I mean, I've fired plenty, and I had one, but wasn't very legal. Flo, you're killing me. You can call into the channel if you want, Flo. The number is 585-206-1115. You really want, I mean... Oh, I love shrimp pasta, Boomer. A shrimp Alfredo. Oh. Hello?
Hi, Brian.
Hey. I'm gonna guess it's full.
No, it's mostly Bob.
Oh.
You're a horrible guesser, I swear.
Well, Flo was talking about calling.
Oh, okay, well, you look like you had that air, so I figured I'd call and harass you.
You could call, it don't matter. If he calls, it'll beep in. So you're thinking about that post office, huh? It's Bullet SpongeBob.
Yep, get that right out of the way, goes right down there. We're not going to be a pain in the butt. We're going to go down there and, well, basically you're going to go in there, take them to Pulitzer 7. We're going to go back outside. Pivo's going to show up. We're going to educate them, and they're going to say, well, now, you know, post officer, he can come out here. We can explain it to him, because this is really a nice post office, and it's really a good story, you know, the artwork going in there. Why can't I film it? That's all I want to do is, okay, can I come in and film now? And then cap it off with us filming and walking away.
Right. So, yeah, well, that'd be interesting, to say the least. I mean, especially considering, you know, you got chased and stalked last time.
Well, I hung around the town for 2 hours. They didn't chase me off. I had to wait 2 hours for them to leave. They were everywhere. They were at the post office. They were across the road. They were everywhere. You saw the camera.
Yeah, they probably... they probably...
Go on.
I was going to say, they probably seen the videos online and kind of knew what to expect, because it seems cops are getting more and more wise to it. But you would think at the same time that means they would stop showing up everywhere because they know it's legal.
Well, again, that was the first time out here, and to have all three, the sheriff, state trooper, and the town police all show up, but they not know what to do for 2 hours. Seriously, you're going to sit there for 2 hours watching me with a camera? Okay, I'll sit here and watch you with a camera, too.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if the state troopers show up for me, all I gotta do is bring up a certain name of a senior state trooper investigator. He was the guy that's arrested me twice before, but he was a really nice guy. So...
Are you talking about Wentworth?
No. He's over here he actually down towards Henrietta. He's out of that barracks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, out here, most of them go down to Canandaigua, funny enough, not Rochester. So the cops here have more in common with Geneva and Canandaigua than they do Rochester.
Right, but Stadies are still Stadies. They still know each other. So, I mean, especially a senior investigator.
Well, Ontario County makes a little peninsula jump all the way up into Wayne County for, I think it's like 10 miles, and it's only like 3 miles wide. It's just a little strip that comes up there. So, like, for example, if you're driving between Palmyra and Newark, New York, there's a section of Ontario County you got to go through.
Yeah, I know. I've done it.
Guess where you go? Canandaigua.
Yep. Been there, been through it, been in trouble out there. I know the drill. So, yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to say the least. I wish I could get my hands on a stabilizer just because you know, I've got shaky hands. That's why I stopped doing tattooing. You know, and
they have to lean against the telephone pole, they'll steady your hand while you're photo. Because I got the same problem. I don't have a steady cam either. And I'm going to be one other, of course, it's all going to be newbie shaky camera stuff, but that's what you're going to get till you get people doing donations and getting money. Because I'm on a fixed income, and I know you're on a fixed income.
I'm not even on that. I have no income. Just what
that's pretty fixed.
that's why, you know, now that I take care of my mom and that's why I try to make videos for people and earn money that way. Just because I can't, until disability kicks in, I have nothing. So, and you know how long that takes.
Oh, tell me about it. No, you don't gotta tell me about that one. Not at all. So yeah, right now I'm just putzing around here. I'm steam cleaning one room. I got dinner going. I got laundry going. I'm a good housewife. So I'm going to get back to my housewife stuff, and I'm going to let him call in. And y'all have fun.
All right, well, thanks for calling, man. I'll talk to you through text.
No worries. I'll keep you in touch about what I know how to get to you. You're just right down the road.
All right.
All right. See you later.
Yep.
Woo!
Bye. Well, that was Bullet SpongeBob. Yeah, Joe Schaefer, I did it very briefly. My, you know, me and my brother and my mother were all into tattoos, and my brother bought me all the tattooing equipment, and I practiced, and I did a few tattoos on people. I tattooed my upper thighs myself, and realized my hand was just not steady enough. I mean, I can draw on paper, but my hand was not steady enough to trust doing that for a living, you know. I didn't want to ruin anybody's skin. So, that's why I don't do tattoos for a living. Man, I like the clarity of this camera over the other one, man. It's a lot clearer image. I mean, it's not perfect, but that could be the software. Because it does seem like it's not quite as good as it was just running it straight through Windows Media. But it's still a hell of a lot clearer. Yep, that's right, America. Here it's, pulling a gun is the equivalent to shooting it as far as the law is concerned. If you pull your weapon, you might as well have fired it. That's the way they see it. So you better have serious justification. There's no open carry in New York State. It's all CCW, so it has to be concealed. So if your weapon is visible, you better have a good explanation. And if you pull it, they're going to treat you as if you fired it. Flo, you're something else, dude. Yeah, I agree with Wendy's reply. Yeah, that was... I read it now. You can own a shotgun, but you cannot leave your house with it in the city limits of, like, pretty much every city. In towns, you can only have it if you have a hunting license, but if you're carrying it to and from a hunting site, it has to be unloaded and broken open, you know, or the cartridge has to be open, the loader has to be open. You cannot have it closed, and you cannot have any rounds in it, any cartridges, shells, whatever you want to call it. It cannot be loaded unless you're actually on scene for hunting or you're in your home. As far as handguns, you have to have a CCW. That is the only way you can own a handgun. And it's very hard to get a CCW in New York State. So, I don't even know if they'll give me one with my record. I mean, I beat every felony ever charged, but my record is still bad. So I don't even know if they would give me one. Well, the whole state, Joe, not just New York City. Every city in the state. I mean, in Rochester, the laws are just as strict as if you're in New York City or Albany or Buffalo or Syracuse or Watertown, Oswego, whatever. All the major cities, it's just as strict. And New York State's got that U plus illegal gun equals automatic jail. Which means if you get caught with an illegal gun, you're guaranteed a bare minimum of 1 year in state prison. Not even jail. You get state prison. So, well, I ain't worried about what other people think. It doesn't matter. My channel is my own. My channel is mine. Nobody else runs my channel. Alright, Bullet. I'd say enjoy, but I hate housework, so... I mean, I'm like slowly getting my room together. Yeah, Bob, you're right. The world is getting worse, but New York State, the gun laws are still strict as hell. And I know people like me, like I said, I've beat every felony ever charged on me, but I still have a record. So, I'm pretty sure they'll find an excuse not to give me a CCW. Let's see, it's 79 degrees and humid here. Thought I was getting hot. I was wondering why. I get hot easy, so 79 degrees is hot. Yeah, see, they added the 3 strikes law here in New York State, but they don't enforce it much, because I know plenty of people that have 5, 6, 7 felonies, and they still didn't get life. So, I mean, I don't know why they say we have the 3 strikes when they really don't enforce it, unless it's like major felonies. Like if you get, you know, home invasion, and then you get possession of an illegal firearm, and then you get manslaughter, then you'll get life. Well, I know, Joe, I'm just saying, your 10-20 life reminded me of the 3 strikes law. So, Lady Bird, I get it. He's venting right now. So, I mean, he's not naming names, and he's just venting. So, I'm not going to yell at him for venting, because I vent sometimes too. So, I'm not going to hold it against him that he wants to vent. Hey, Albert. Which video are you talking about? Oh yeah, Joe. I mean, it's pretty similar here with that. You know, like I said, severe felonies, they do enforce that. But that's severe felonies. That's not just, you know, because there's so many things are felonies now. It's ridiculous. Like, completely victimless crimes are still felonies. Well, come on, dude. I know. You just relax, dude, okay? Please. Try to. Please. Okay, I know, I get it, Will. If you want to talk in private, you know, you're more than welcome to call me, dude. Anytime. We can talk. What's up, Bow? That's fine, Will. That's okay. I'll get it from Tay, and we'll shoot the shit. How you been, Bow? And like Bow said, no victim, no crime. I mean, so many things are ridiculous that are crimes. Lurking on my stream, huh? Well, you're welcome to lurk anytime. Just like you're welcome to chime in at any time. I always love Bow's opinions. I've had the pleasure of talking with Bow offline a bit in text and stuff, and man, he's got some great views on a lot of things. Very intellectual. It is here, Joe. Even consensual. Well, thank you, Steve. I try to be. Every once in a while, things do creep in here, but, you know, it is what it is. I try to be laid back. I try to learn from people. You know, I make mistakes. I've made mistakes, and you know, I've apologized, and I move on, you know. It is what it is. People screw up sometimes, and it happens. You know, I've tried to make amends, and that's all I can do. Alright, well, I see you. Wow, Wendy's just throwing it out there. What time is it over there, Wendy? You know, you're what, 6 hours ahead of me? Oh, I'm sorry, lady. I'm sorry, Lady Bird. I got caught up in making those videos, and I haven't returned quite a few emails. I spent a lot of time making those snowflake videos and that. You know, it's a lot of work finding the clips and digging through and watching, and so. Thank you, Albert. You know, I try to keep to my channel what's my channel. And then if I'm modding Black Label's channel, I try to enforce his rules. That's what I'm there for. If I'm modding somebody's channel, I'm there to enforce their rules. You know, I'm not there to make up my own rules or anything, you know, use my feelings as a reason to block somebody or something, you know. kind of like with Padilla's channel, you know. He runs pretty much the same rules as Black Label. So I try to enforce those. But then you got like Flowrida, his channel's real laid back, you know, and everybody's a mod. So, you know, with Flowrida, I don't even know if there is any rules. Except you must love Flow. But that's easy enough. But it's been like that even from the way early days in the 80s and 90s and that during the BBS days. We had what were called sysops, system operators. And back then, you know, I was a sysop on several different BBSs, and everyone was different on their rules. And then in the IRC, you had operators in the channels, and you could ban people and whole addresses. Like, you could ban star.rr.com, and everybody that used Roadrunner was banned from the channel. So, Josh, as far as I know, I've never talked to you. I wasn't accusing you of anything, Will. I hope that's not what you took it as. No, I was just explaining to the other people how I see it. Yeah, and then you got, like, Rika. Rika loves to let Rika. I mean, it's really cool. You know, she's caught me making mistakes in ethics channel. You know, I was a little more strict. I was used to, like, what Black Label's rules were. And then she corrected me about what was allowed in ethics channel. If homosexuality was illegal in New York State, I would move. Because I know a lot of gay people. And they're very great people, including family members. So, I won't stand for bigotry or homophobia or any of that. No, the sodomy law actually came from the rape laws. Nobody, you know, back when sodomy was made illegal, it was so taboo, people didn't talk about that. So, it was considered only a rape type thing. Nobody talked about what they did with their spouses or whatever. So that's why sodomy became illegal in so many states. If you're asking me, Joe, yes, I'm well aware of what it means. Well aware. Daniel Gert. Hello, welcome. I've never seen you here before. Welcome. Oh, well, Daniel, I mean, I don't know anything about that. You would have to talk to Bao or Rika. Rika is like Bao's head moderator. So, you would have to ask them about that. Personally, if you want to talk about weed, talk about weed. I wish I could smoke it. You know, sodomy definitely should not be illegal. I mean, that's just stupid. Forced sodomy, of course, that's rape. That falls under rape. Well, homosexuality doesn't... Joe, I actually know gay men who do not engage in sodomy. But, you know, to each their own. Personally, I have my opinions of it. Yeah, see, Ladybird, that's what I meant. A lot of people confused it. Because when sodomy was made illegal, it was only considered to be an act of rape on a woman or male child. You know, it was never considered to be just something two people enjoy together. So... Sorry, guys, I got a text. I just wanted to... That's alright, Lady Bird. Everybody makes mistakes. Okay, well, Joe, that's not what I've been told. But either way, we all know what it's considered to be. That's what I was going by. Yeah, I know, Lady Bird, right? Like, if you look at New York State cases where it's been listed as an offense, it was considered to be what we all know it to be. So, you know, maybe that just was encompassed under what you're talking about. I've never heard of that before, but then again, to be perfectly honest, I never really read the in-depth explanation of sodomy under the color of law. So, I just always went by it being what, you know, we all assume it to be. So, yeah, I mean, if that's the definition, that's the definition. I didn't know that. Lady Bird. Wow. Tisk, tisk, young lady. There you go, Daniel. That's one way to look at it. That's funny. But I agree. I concur. Well, Lady Bird, it's just that it's very unorthodox to ask that out loud in caps like that in a public forum. That's why it yielded the result it did. Thank you, Albert. I hate it, but I actually sound exactly like my mother. If you called and she picked up the phone, you would not know the difference between her and I, except for contextually. If you go by what I say, how I talk versus how she talks, that's the only way. I swear on a voice recognition program it would show up the same. Kind of funny that way. I look more like my dad, but I sound like my mom. It's alright, Lady Bird, it's just you didn't realize it. You said it. You meant no disrespect. You just asked a question. You didn't realize it was going to yield the result it did. No biggie. Government does not belong in the bedroom. You're right there, William. Yeah, I can't smoke it because of probation and because I was going to a pain clinic for years. And then the pain clinic decided that they weren't going to write pain medicine anymore and sent everybody to chemical dependency. And, you know, we had to get on Suboxone programs because we were on opiate pain medicine for so long. You're obviously addicted to it. So, and at the chemical dependency program, if you get caught smoking weed, then you're not allowed to be there. So... Eastern Kentucky, I believe you're right. You know, obviously, sodomy comes from Sodom and Gomorrah. A place, well, that does make Joe's explaining the law make more sense, because Sodom, as in the Bible, was a place where extramarital sex and sexual acts and acts other than that to conceive a child was considered bad. So actually that does make a lot more sense to Joe's explanation of the law definition. So either way, we all know, we all have that common definition of what it is. If you're leaving, Daniel, feel free to stop back. I hope we didn't offend you with our talk, but thanks for stopping in. Yeah, that is huge, 007. Okay, well, it's alright, Lady Bird. We know you meant no offense by it. We know you've been friends with Will on here a long time, and, you know, Will has been very open about his preferences, so... Ah, I see, Daniel. Well, enjoy that time spent with her. Just don't break the bed. You guys ever watch that show, Spartacus? It was on Stars. I watched it on Netflix, but it's... wow. You know, Walking Dead was my favorite show for a very long time until I watched Spartacus. It's 3 or 4 seasons, and the whole thing is on Netflix. But it's very, very good, but definitely don't let your children watch it. I mean, I enjoy historical shows, things like that. You know, and of course, Spartacus coming from, you know, ancient Rome and Greece, and there's a whole lot of naked people and a whole lot of sex in that show. But it's still great. It's a great show. A lot of blood and gore, all that. But that show took my #1 spot away from Walking Dead. And I didn't think that was possible. But my all-time favorite movie is the original Clash of the Titans. Not the remake with Sam Worthington, but the old original one. I tried watching the show Rome, but really wasn't, I didn't really like it. Of course, I love the movie 300 and the sequel to it, which both are available on the Spectrum app. Hey, Deadly. Exactly, Will. I agree with that entirely. You know, people of age, as adults, do what they do, and that's between them. Deadly, no. I've never heard of people not being able to just hook their card up to it. As long as it's like, I mean, if you got your bank numbers off of your checks, or, you know, I mean, it should be able to use that alone. And just hook up your checking account straight to PayPal, because then you do, like, instant transfers between the two. But hooking up a card, I've never heard of anybody having that problem. Are you trying to do it as a credit or as a debit? I mean, have you tried one or the other? They are, that's true, Joe. Well, see, a prepaid card, I don't know, Deadly. I don't know about that, but it should work. I don't see it why it wouldn't. I mean, try calling PayPal and asking them. Joe, see, you're right about things easily misconstrued, but then you get people like me who don't hear very well. So I prefer, like, texting and talking on, you know, like this. Because I can't hear, you know. You can always try calling PayPal and see what they say. Maybe it's like Joe says, it won't recognize it. I mean, the best thing you could do is just call them and ask. They're pretty good about answering the phone. I don't even have a regular bank account right now because of, I can't afford to renew my license. And of course, you got to have a valid ID to open a new bank account. Ever since my wife and I separated, we closed the joint accounts. So, I don't have a valid bank account. So, and I can't use that. Marjorie, that wasn't the name that came across on the email. That's what I was talking about. It didn't say Marjorie on your email to me. But yeah, I can't renew my license yet because I have a suspended, or a suspended registration, insurance lapse fine on at DMV. So I have to pay that, then pay to renew my license, and I don't have the money. Ladybird, it says Rich the King. That's the name that came across on the account. It doesn't say Marjorie. So that's why I said it sounded awfully masculine. Rich the King. So that's why it threw me for a loop. Everybody else doing all right? How's the weather up there in Alaska, Deadly? Warming up finally? Yeah, well, that's what it came across as, Ladybird, so... Excuse me. That's why I said it seemed awfully masculine to be you. Yeah, it's 79 here and pretty humid. Well, send me an email from that email address then. You know who I don't see around anymore is Lan Lee. Wonder what's up with her. I don't see her on anybody's streams. She used to come in here every time I went live. She sent me pictures of her, you know, and, nothing bad, just so I could see what she looked like and that, and then haven't seen her since. That's why I keep quite a few email addresses. You know, I've got email addresses that I don't care about. They get full of crap, I just delete them. Just like I have the same trolls that unsubscribe and resubscribe to me every day. Every single day, never fails. Still at the same number. You know, that's just because everybody likes you, Taylin. Man, this mic is so sensitive, just like tapping my table. I can see it jumping. Interesting. I want to get one of them big fancy ones like you see some of the guys have. It's like a radio show. That'd be cool. I've seen some of them pretty cheap and they got really good reviews. Yeah, now Josh is gonna spam you, Tay. He's gonna send you 100 emails of all nasty pictures. Wendy, he's out, locked out of the room. Sometimes he scratches at the door the whole time, other times he doesn't make a peep. Yeah, see, that's why mobile homes are nice. You can get some really nice mobile homes, real cheap. And then you just pay the lot rent. Well, please. I understand you're mad in that, but please, no names or nothing like that. I don't want finger pointing like that here. I don't want a big issue in here over that, okay? I understand you're mad in that, but Well, yeah, we don't use Google Plus, Deadly. It's just a straight YouTube account through Streamlabs. Yeah, a lot of people are getting harassment and privacy and shit complaints lately. Ladybird, guys, please. I like Streamlabs. I've tried several OBSs. I didn't like them. I asked Black Label which one he uses. He told me Streamlabs. I gave it a try, and I like it. Ladybird, please. Sorry, but I don't want you guys know. You know, it's okay to be mad about something, but pointing fingers, naming names, things like that, I don't want in here. Sorry, guys. I had to answer an important text. I apologize. Just some text I have to answer, so. Oh my God, stop. Both of you, seriously, stop. I'm not saying who's right and wrong. I have no idea what's going on, okay? I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's mad at who or why. I have no idea. All I know is I want this bickering in my channel to stop. So, any more bickering, that's it. I'm sorry. Mod or no mod, but my channel is not about this. So, please, both of you stop. Whatever, fight it out in text or something. I don't want any of that shit in here. No fighting, no naming, no none of that. Period. I don't care who you are. The whole point of my channel is for people to have fun, watch videos, do whatever. Not fight, none of that. So, how's everybody doing? Yeah, everybody knows Lady Bird's got a big heart. That, and she likes to sneak on her son's account and send people emails. Oh, geez, Tay. Don't leave me. Oh, so that's what that was, yeah. Such a pain in the ass going and clicking on to look for little emojis. I haven't memorized all the little shortcuts to them. Like the whole, you know, colon hugging colon and stuff like that. Alright. Excuse me again. Someday I'll figure out how to quit smoking that actually works. Oh, that's right, Albert, I forgot. Sorry. Yeah, I guess that would be a little more difficult. See, with me, it's the not being able to hear. Joshua, everybody offends you. You can't please everybody all the time. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody offends other people once in a while. Just par for the course. I know I have. I've tried apologizing. Sometimes, you know, it just doesn't work out. Sometimes it does. Wendy. Josh, she gonna get you. I'm surprised I'm not hearing the rifle range. Normally when it's this nice out, it's just like bang, bang all day. There's a rifle range that's about 2 miles away, give or take, and the sound carries here. Shit, if Josh added up all his timeout minutes, man, we wouldn't see him for a week. Damn. Boomer. Boomer put the hammer down. See you later, Albert. Wow, all of a sudden I just saw message deleted, message deleted, message deleted come all the way down my screen. For a sec, it took me a split second to realize what happened. Yeah, somebody does usually get them, you know, time and again. I've seen it in other channels. Somebody gets them. Alright, guys. Well, the channel's pretty low now. We're coming up on almost 3 hours, and I've got some texting and stuff I gotta do, and, you know, figure some things out that I'm completely confused about. But I appreciate everybody coming in. Of course, Sierra, you come in all late. See how you are? But, I appreciate everybody stopping in. I have no idea who else may go live later. I know Black Label talked about going live today, so he may be up later. So keep an eye out for him. Otherwise, you know, like I said, I appreciate y'all stopping in and hanging out. And I guess I'll just see you guys on the other streams. Go before Josh comes back. Alright, guys.